After doing my last video, I felt encouraged, by myself, to do another video about video games. This time, I am talking about games that have kept me up for 24 hours straight because they were so captivating. There are also a few honorable mentions that didn't quite keep me from sleeping, but certainly helped me lose sleep when I started playing them. I'll start with the honorable mentions and then get into the 4 games that have deprived me of the most consecutive hours of sleep. First honorable mention is my all-time favorite game, Skyrim. When Skyrim first came out, I went to the midnight release, brought it home, and played until about 5 in the morning, sleeping, then continuing. For me, Skyrim is all about the freedom. Absolutely love this game.
Just let me do the talking, all right?
The next game that kept me up was a mercenary for the 3DO system. Back in the day, the 3DO was the only system that could do really good full-motion video, and they exploited that a lot. A mercenary was a first-person shooter, with a sci-fi atmosphere where you were injected into the game like VR. The cutscenes were all full-motion video. The game still holds a special place in my heart. Wing Commander 3, Heart of the Tiger was another 3DO game based on a full-motion video that let you make choices that changed the direction of the show, coupled with the Wing Commander space flight simulator. It starred Mark Hamill and a few other big names. The movie was great, and the Wing Commander series had always been the benchmark for combat simulators. A perfect match.
Not for a long time, laddie.
First the tiger's claw, now this.
You're not.
Bogey's in sight.
Break and attack.
Taking it to him.
Inside the gate.
Everything we can.
Fallout 4 is a post-apocalyptic game that runs on the same engine as Skyrim. The gameplay shares many similarities to Skyrim, but is set in a post-apocalyptic setting, and is almost as much of a blast to play as Skyrim, so you can see why I like it. This game kept me playing for a few days straight, just not 24 hours straight.
Almost there. We're gonna be okay. I love you. Both of you.
We love you too.
Oh my god!
Hold on! Can't this thing move faster?
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Now for the games that kept me up for 24 hours straight. I will put these in order of the game that first kept me up, though this is no indication of my fondness for the titles. All of these are excellent. First was Super Mario Bros. I had just spent the weekend babysitting 6 children for a family that was going out of town. I was young, 16, so my mother helped me out quite a bit, though I had to do the time-consuming parts. My mother was nice enough to change the diapers. Thank you, Mom. With the money I made, I got the original Nintendo and it came with Super Mario Bros. Packed in. I got it, started playing it, and just didn't stop. There was no school, and I had earned it. At the time of the babysitting, I questioned my own sanity, but after I got my Nintendo, I felt justified. Super Mario Bros. Is still one of the best games, and the sights and sounds are known by pretty much every person on Earth. The second game that kept me up was Goldeneye for the Nintendo 64. Up until its release, first-person shooters were games that only really worked on PCs. Goldeneye broke first-person shooters onto the console scene and successfully endeared itself to millions with its smooth controls, awesome graphics, and the ability to make you feel like you were James Bond. By today's standards, the game has its problems, clunky controls, blocky visuals, and a frame rate that was headache-inducing, but at the time, nobody cared. We loved this game and it thrilled and amazed me when I rented it, which was why I stayed up for 24 hours straight. I had to get my money's worth. I later bought my own copy, and life was complete. The next game that kept me up was the Gold cartridge, Nintendo 64 game, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. What makes this bad is that I had a final in my psychology class the next morning, and that was after staying up for 24 hours playing this amazing title. I did bad on my test. I still passed the class, but I know what you're thinking. John, was it worth it? Yes. Yes it was. As The Legend of Zelda made its way into the 3D world, it did so with absolute amazing gameplay and amazing graphics and music. I love this title, and it's still my favorite Zelda game ever made. The last game that kept me up for 24 hours straight was the original Halo for the original Xbox. I remember when I got the system. Me and my mother were driving through Riverdale at the time and she began telling me that she had gotten her inheritance and had done a few things for my siblings and wanted to do something for me. After hearing her tell me of the awesome things she had done for my siblings and the quite large sums of money spent doing that, she then was probably expecting me to say something large and expensive that I wanted. I thought about it, realized that she already did so much for all of us to the point of self-sacrifice. I knew that I didn't want to say anything big. I just said, "Can I get the new Xbox?" She just looked a little confused, but said, "Okay, where do we get that?" We stopped by Toys R Us and picked up the system, a controller, and Halo. It was heaven for under $400. I started playing Halo and instantly fell in love with its awesome story, controls, and graphics. The game was near perfection and quickly replaced my favorite game at the time, Goldeneye. After I got through half the game, my brother came over and said, "This is cool. I want to play." So we started the game over and played split-screen co-op. We played through the night and into the next day. It was then that I realized I needed to sleep. Halo is still awesome today, and that memory of both my mom getting me the Xbox and playing Halo for 24 hours straight still makes me happy. It was a great event during a stressful time for me, and I'm so grateful for my mom for getting me my new system. So, these were the games that kept me up. Do you have any similar experiences with being kept up all day and night with a new game? If so, which one? I love to hear stories about this kind of thing. Again, thanks for watching, and let me know what you think. Should I seek help, or can you sympathize with me? Have a great day.